Hello and welcome to Hot Chips. We're having another chat. Today we are chatting about...
What?
I'm asking you what are we chatting about?
I haven't figured it out.
Maybe Jordan doesn't know.
If you like this discussion, then hit subscribe and we'll see you next week for another chat.
E3 predictions!
E3 predictions.
Right, bold E3.
Bold,
Bold
yeah.
E3 predictions? Oh, I don't know.
They need to be really out there because you could say, oh, Battlefront will release, there'll be a new Battlefield and it's set in...
Assassin's Creed.
Things we know, right?
That's less like predictions and more like a wish list, to be honest.
We're talking bold, we're talking out there.
Yeah.
You know, what, and then we can rate them out of 10. You know, we can go around and be like, oh, that's 0 chance of happening.
Oh, yeah.
That sort of thing. So, anyone who would like to start, please go ahead.
Please go ahead. I don't really know that mine are bold enough now that we've seen.
Well, yours are quite numerous in number.
No. So what I've done here is actually written down a bunch of stuff that was basically confirmed, so that I'm if someone is they want that, I can be like, well, actually, that's definitely going to be.
Yeah, let's look at that.
So
Let's put a shot
my
at that.
bold E3 statement though, and I kind of half hope that this is true and half don't believe that it ever would be, but I want PlayStation to release some games that some more games that just use the Move controllers. So you know how you have to use
That is a really bold.
So you know how you
gonna happen.
they come with VR, right? So this E3 is obviously going to be entirely VR.
Yeah, correct.
So more people are going to have the Move controllers.
Yes.
And I just want there to be a couple of games that I can just use my old Move controllers.
But you're saying you want to use the Move controller but not be VR.
Yes.
Okay.
that is bold.
Bold.
Yeah.
Really.
Bring back Wii Sports.
Yeah, sports. But I just feel like there's an opportunity now. More people are going to have the Move controllers, and there could just be some games.
But you just made a pretty bold claim in itself. Does the Move controller come with VR?
No,
it doesn't.
Even by
No. So it's not exactly true. There'll be a lot of people that have VR that don't have.
You
the
have
Move
to get the
controllers.
Move controllers.
You do have to.
You have to get them.
Why isn't it bundled together then?
Oh, they'll have a bundle. They will have a bundle that's even more expensive.
Oh shit.
For sure.
Well, that's awesome. I like Move controllers as a form of play, probably with VR. I don't imagine.
Okay, that's fine. That's why it's my bold E3 prediction.
Because one of the VR games I'm looking forward to is the robot golf.
Oh,
So I think that's going to be quite cool.
Okay. Yeah.
In VR. So your bold prediction is Move controllers without VR functionality.
Yeah.
I'm going to give that a 1.
Yeah, I'm going to give that a 1 out of 10.
It's a 10 on the bold scale, though.
Oh, yeah, if we're going on the bold scale, it's a 10 out of 10.
Let's just rate it on that.
Actually,
it's not. None of mine
Actually,
are
I'm
bold.
going to bring it up to 5 because I think that if we're talking about the robot golf, chances are you will be able to play that with the Move
just without
controller
VR.
and on the TV.
Yeah, that's what I want.
So maybe it's not that
You
outrageous.
think they'll do that? You think they'll... Alright.
Yeah.
There'll be an option to turn it on to VR.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how many VR games are only VR?
Most of them.
Are they?
Are they though?
Oh, well...
You can play with the mouse controllers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the ones that are made for VR
Yeah.
are VR only, but then you've got the ones that are made for PC where VR has been injected into it. So it's a different kind of thing. Depends what you're...
This segues nicely into another one of my bold predictions.
Oh, and number 2.
Yeah, kind of. My only other bold prediction,
Right.
really. No Man's Sky being a VR.
I thought that was a given.
I'd say
I'd
as
see that.
far as bold is concerned, that's a 1 out of 10. I think that's a given.
Okay, so if it is, well, you have to buy a different version of the game to play in VR. So,
Okay.
do you decide?
I think it'll
Maybe
be an
a
option.
DLC, maybe
So,
a
then,
dash.
therefore, there could be other games where you choose to switch on or off.
Imagine if they said, No Man's Sky is VR, but only runs on the PlayStation Neo.
Well, I thought they were saying they
What is
weren't going to
that?
be doing that. I thought they said they weren't going to do exclusives for the...
Well, but it wouldn't be exclusive because you could still play it.
Right.
But you wouldn't be able to run it in VR unless you run the big.
No, that would mean that the VR version is exclusive to Neo.
Yeah.
And so then the people without the Neo that have the VR will be like, I thought you said no exclusives.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that one.
Yeah.
Wordplay.
Any other bold predictions?
What else do you guys? What are you guys predicting?
Okay, so my one, because of the news of the Nintendo delaying the Zelda Wii U to the NX,
Yes.
my prediction, because they didn't say it's going to launch alongside the NX, it just said it was going to be also on the NX. It was moved to 2017.
Yes.
They said March for the console, they didn't say March for Zelda.
They did not.
So I'm thinking it's going to be end of 2017. So what I think we'll see is then mention. They won't because they're focusing on Zelda at E3. I think they're going to say Skyward Sword HD for the Wii U.
What about Pikmin 4?
I've got my thoughts are that's going to be on the NX. They're just going to move that. Miyamoto said it was pretty much done.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was like almost a year ago.
Yeah.
So,
And I think they would have just started updating that for the NX and they're just going to leave
Okay,
that
yeah,
for them.
so you
So
think Zelda's going to be delayed until end of 2017?
every single Zelda game, every main story in the series has released in November. Every single one. Originally Zelda Wii U was 2015 November, and then everyone was like, oh, it's moved to 2016, then it was 2016 November, and now it's being delayed to 2017.
I think that's very bold. Just be like, tradition is one thing,
Yeah.
but loss in sales is not. That's a system seller. That is a system seller game.
Yeah,
and if the NX is coming out confirmed
So you
March,
think that Skyward Sword...
But yeah,
Gotta sell
they
systems.
said the system would be definitely. They said system March 2017, and they said Zelda. We're just going to move. We're delaying it to 2017.
Oh, really?
Oh.
They didn't say March
Oh, I thought
2017.
it was
They didn't
coming
say
out
it was
with
going
the-
to be
that was-
launched.
yeah.
Yeah, that was tricky
People,
rhetoric.
yeah, because I thought they said March.
They just said 2017.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
So I'm thinking because the last time they delayed it, in 2015, when they delayed it to 2016, they said because of that we're going to give you Wind Waker HD.
What do they possibly launch with?
Well,
Are they
that's
gonna
another
continue
discussion, right?
Nintendo
That's another
Mario
discussion,
World
right?
2.
We will discuss that in maybe next week.
Yeah.
So
Maybe next episode.
Yeah.
And my second, since we're going with two,
Yeah.
my second bold prediction is finally Beyond Good and Evil 2
Oh yeah, I
is
actually
going
had
to
that written
make
down. I feel like...
an appearance. But I've said this is my prediction every single year for like the last 8 years.
Yeah.
This is the one.
But I
This
feel
is
like
the
that's
one.
low on the bold scale this
Low on
year
bold
because there's been like
Yeah.
so much
But
discussion.
There's been so much discussion leading up to every E3 and it just has never shown up. So this is the year. This is the one.
Does anyone,
Beyond
does
Good and Evil
anyone
2.
know what happened to The Last Guardian?
They showed it off last
Yeah, it was
E3.
Yeah,
very,
they
it was
said it
a
was
very small
Yeah,
team,
I thought they gave a date.
No.
Or-
They
No,
had
they
gameplay.
That was like the Mass Effect Andromeda tack on to the end of the Sony press conference.
But they
And I was
did
like,
show like a decent amount of gameplay. Actually, like,
Yeah,
with Andromeda,
that's
they haven't shown. We've only shown a teaser.
That's true.
It's a glorified platformer. Why is everyone excited about it? I'm sorry.
Because it looks like, have you played the Ico or?
Yeah, but
or
so many
Shadow of
games
the
look
Colossus?
amazing. It's just a platform.
No.
Nah,
Have you
they're
played
good.
Ico or
I've
Shadow
seen
of
a
the
lot of the gameplay.
Nah.
Yeah.
I
They're
have
amazing to play.
played Colossus games before.
No. That's not the same as having played Shadow of the Colossus.
But is it the same Shadow of the Colossus? It's just a platform with a giant bird.
Oh,
I mean, that's what it is.
So that's like saying Fallout is just some dude in the wasteland.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not
But that's got
about.
loads
It's
of
not
characters
about,
and personality and
Yeah.
customization.
It's not about what the game looks like on the surface. It's
Yeah.
who made it,
Yeah.
like the
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
the
Fair
prestige they bring
Yeah.
to the games that they make.
Yeah.
Shadow of the Colossus is the #1 rated game on the best-selling console of
Yeah,
all time.
that's
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You can't deny those facts.
Yeah.
Alright.
So those are my two bold predictions. I think the Skyward Sword actually is probably the boldest of the two.
oh yeah.
But I'd like to replay that without the waggle controls and just
So I've got
actually
a semi-bold and a very bold.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Whip it out.
I'll rip out the semi.
Oh,
It's
Whenever I can.
it's on your list. It is. You've done some research. Red Dead Redemption 2.
I think that's pretty much
That's a given,
all but
right?
confirmed.
A
Yeah.
given.
Because
It's a
GTA, the guys behind GTA
Rockstar.
announced that they well, there was a leak of the map,
Yeah.
supposedly.
I'm pretty sure that's a given.
So I think that's a given this year.
Okay.
Because it's not a GTA year.
And normally Rockstar don't show things at E3, and they've already mentioned they will be at E3 this year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Pretty likely.
it's likely. So that's not even a semi, really.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a blessed prediction.
Negative 2 bold.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go even bolder than the
Alright.
second prediction. Miyamoto on stage in the Sony press conference,
Doing what?
talking about a partnership that they have coming up. Whatever they've kind of hinted at with the NX and the PlayStation having some sort of app or something.
What? No one's
He's gonna
there's
be
never
on
been any
stage.
hinting of
What?
a PlayStation.
That's
app.
bold. It's
That's
out there.
incredible.
I'm
That's-
throwing it
It's
out.
very bold.
That's like
Throwing it
keep
out.
it bold. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna rock out in the Sony press conference and be like,
Nah.
guess what?
He's going to have a pre-made
Some of
video.
our shit's coming to Sony.
No way.
Yeah.
Why would they do that with the new console coming out?
Well, that's like because it's the new
You
console.
crazy.
Because I'm
Yeah.
getting the feeling like this new console is mainly about selling this new network that they've got,
Yeah.
and this new network works on their console, it works on their handheld,
Nintendo
it
with
works
the
on their
worst
phone.
network out of any big player at the
Yeah,
moment.
but they're going to be investing.
I
And
don't want
I
that
can
to
just
it.
see like you know,
Who wants
we've
that?
got-
If that happens, we're in the dark, like in the dark timeline. That's not good.
That's real bad.
Yeah,
How bold?
That's very bold.
Very
That's,
bold.
that's an 11.
I really hope
Yes,
that
you
it's
turned that up to
I
11.
really hope that's a 1 in the unlikely.
Yeah. I think that's got such small chance of happening. You might even just say that Miyamoto is going to be the CEO of Sony. Like that's how small of a chance.
No, okay, well, I'm thinking it's maybe a 1% chance, but like it's still a chance.
It's still a chance.
It's still a chance.
Well,
like a
everything's
0.5.
possible.
It is, yeah.
Alright, bold predictions there.
I don't have anything bold really, and I've got 2 predictions here that I don't even believe in. So
Well,
I'm like
Theo's throwing out stuff.
It's
Theo's
real.
throwing out stuff that people don't
Hi
believe.
Theo, how you doing? Yeah, so this E3 is stumping me. Like I'm honestly like in the dark about all of it because I can't see anywhere the industry is going to go with this outside of what's already been confirmed. I think there's going to be, my bold prediction is there's going to be a lot of information on a lot of exciting new titles. That's my one kind of prediction, and it's bold to the point where it's going to be an astounding amount of new IPs with big names attached to them. But of course I can't really stipulate what those would be. But anyway, the 2 that I don't believe in that they've kind of been floating around, but we've got Crash Bandicoot, the potential Crash Bandicoot rediscovery. I believe more in an HD kind of re-release like the a la Ratchet and Clank. And that's mainly because it's the perfect time for it, because it's the anniversary and everyone's hyped about it and what I'm
What's
doing
the
now.
dog going to be doing?
Yeah, but I personally don't believe we're going to get anything out of them outside of an HD release of a Crash game, potentially. And then, of course, the Left 4 Dead 3 potential leak that came out recently from Valve. Like, Valve releasing a game after this amount of time, really, really big, and people are sitting there going, no, they don't develop anything, they're getting away from games. But Left 4 Dead 3 recently had, what I believe is a hoax, a leak that it's going to be released at E3 and something's going to happen. Gabe's going to E3 or something like that.
How often do Valve show anything at E3?
Never. They don't care.
No, exactly.
They live in their own world. They really do. They live in their own steamed little world. But the reason is, like, all the articles that were toting the Left 4 Dead 3 leak and the fact that it was going to be E3, all they said was, there is a leak, it is going to be at E3. They didn't go, here's the person, somebody said this or anything. They just went, oh yeah, Left 4 Dead 3 is coming. It's like, why? That's not even a leak.
Do people care enough for it to be a real big deal?
They do. You're not in Valve land. You're not in Steam
I mean,
land.
like it's a good game. Like, it's a great game. Like Left 4 Dead, but it's not. You know,
It is.
It's not the
People-
Is it a graphics card seller? God,
Yes,
that's
it's-
the same as like a
it's a
system
seller.
seller, right? Like,
I doubt it's a graphics card seller, no.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
definitely an experience seller. Like, I mean, if that's the thing. But just know that they're, I don't know, I'd argue that Valve releasing a game is as big as a game like Shadow of the Colossus or Lost Guardian, whatever. Last
if it was
Guardian.
Half-Life 3, I'd be absolutely agreeing with you. I'm not sure about Left 4 Dead 3, but I'm
It's-
again,
like,
I'm
I
at the
don't
market
think
for that game, so
Yeah,
I can see it being on the show floor and being advertised out on the show
Well,
floor.
you're like treating it like it's not even a franchise.
No,
John, that's terrible.
Like kind of, but I
But I
don't
don't
see it
okay.
making a press conference.
Yeah, well, no, I don't see it making
Yeah.
maybe, well, the Prestige isn't necessarily the game of the franchise, it's the fact that Valve is doing something.
Yeah.
Like, that is nuts. That's mind-blowing to so many people, so many gamers. But, like, that's my prediction. Valve doing something at least is my prediction. I mean, they've just released...
That's pretty bold.
Yeah,
when,
they've just...
when was the last time Valve made, I think Portal was like their last...
They recently made, there's a free game on Steam that they recently made, which is the Portal Workshop for VR, and you can play it without VR, and that's really cool. That's really cool. I believe that's, the new engine not Steam, I forgot the name of the engine, whatever. It's a new engine they've made. It's, something.
If you
But
know
yeah.
the name of the engine,
They recently...
comments.
They recently unlocked $100 million funding towards VR projects, so maybe there's going to be something about that there as well.
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't know.
It's going to be totally
Just,
VR
I
this
think,
year, right?
I think just Valve at E3 is a bold prediction.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, potentially tagged on to somebody else's thing.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, that's what it will be. It won't be like without press conference like Bethesda.
No, they definitely.
No.
So who wins E3 this year?
Well, can I throw one more hat in the ring
Yeah.
just before we wrap up?
Not a bold prediction.
No, it's not a bold prediction, but like, as a fan of Twitter, there was tweets from the BioWare designer about how he wore a t-shirt to GDC
Yes.
with the new IP on it.
That excites me.
Yeah.
Ah.
So, what is the BioWare new IP going to be?
We don't know. There's no
But
idea.
it's definitely going to be there. Like, that makes me really excited for your
Yeah.
prediction, because I'm like, that's what gets me excited about E3.
Yeah.
The titles I don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could do something cool.
Very excited. Yeah, man, I'm excited.
So what are we saying? Who's going to win the
Who is
E3?
the
PlayStation, Sony.
I think so.
Cool.
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
I think they're going to win
Yeah.
just because they're ahead on VR.
Mm.
Like, they're ahead of where Xbox are currently.
And Nintendo really has no show this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which sucks to say.
Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit more
Yeah.
about Nintendo at E3 next week. So
Do you
stay tuned
guys-
for that.
Do you guys think that now is the right time for Xbox to do something that would blow our minds, or try to?
Well, they can't because they move too slowly.
Great.
Like,
Yeah, I
big
know.
companies can't move.
But that's the idea.
I think they're in a position where they need to.
They need to,
actually
yeah.
now, because like Sony's going to be showing off this Neo,
Yeah.
and Nintendo's not going to be showing anything, but they're gearing up for something new. And Microsoft doesn't have VR. They're not really saying much.
Bold
anything.
prediction. New console from Sony. From Microsoft. New I can't really call it a console. They were recently talking about customized
Iteration.
consoles with different kind of panels that you can
I hope not.
hot swap. I really hope not. I think that's a silly idea because that's not console players.
Yeah.
But bold prediction. Microsoft new console.
I can see
Technology.
them pushing the Xbox in a home PC direction, so that you can use the Vive or Oculus with it. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I could see them throwing together a trailer for like this new thing they're bringing out that they're really not really thought about. Like
One of
it
those
may not even
releases,
like kind of-
yeah.
may not even happen. Like
Yeah.
we're working on one as well.
yeah.
We're getting a photo of the engineer.
Yeah. Okay.
You still need batteries for your controller.
But so if you've got some bold predictions for E3 in June 13th,
June
13th,
14th. Yeah.
chuck them below. And if you like this conversation, if you like what we talk about, throw us a like or a subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
I don't know again.
Hello.